Well, hello, welcome back there. I had to just wait for it to all reset. But here we are. A little bit of a hiccup there. The live stream, sometimes it does hold that. It gets tired, it needs to just reset, it needs a break. That's all right. So here we go. We are still here. If you notice that ever does happen, just know the phone lines still work. The phone lines are still open. You can still call on through. You can still go to the app. You can still go to the website. It's not a big deal. We get the show back up and running as quickly as we possibly can there. So thank you so much for bearing with us when we do have a little bit of a hiccup like that. We do appreciate it. Right, let's just run through then who's on the phone lines. We've got about 15 minutes left of my time with you today. So we've got Alison W standing by on 7160. We've got Sophia Angelini there on 6921. We've got Vicky on 4522. Queen Lotus on 7156. Peony's joined the team as well on 6124. We've got Crystal Waters there on 4767. We've got Julie on 6222, Queen Lotus, Ariel, and Nefeli. Now, I do want to just introduce you to Nefeli. I hope I am pronouncing that correctly because she is one of our new team members and we would like her to feel welcome. So here she is. She is clairvoyance and she does life coaching. She's got over 25 years of experience and she works hands-free. Her PIN number there is 7427. She's got here on her profile, I believe sympathy is a positive word. However, empathy is a strong, intuitive and emotional connection. Nefeli here now, always highly intuitive, connecting with other people's feelings and their emotions. I mostly use my high intuition in your reading, helping to coordinate your journey and path. Isn't that lovely? So let me just see, have we got her star sign on it? Yes, she's a Scorpio. I would just say that makes sense. Scorpios do tend to have a natural intuition. Water signs generally, we notice, are very empathic, and that does seem to shine on through. We've got psychics there, with all different star signs, but definitely those water energies come on through there. So I'm Aries, but I do have Scorpio in my sign, so that makes for an interesting combination. Let me tell you. And it's interesting as well because I remember years and years ago, before I'd even started working as a psychic there, I remember going and getting a palm reading, and it was very unusual because it's one of those things. It's sort of it comes in and out of fashion, but because it's highly specialized as well. It takes years and years to really study it and know what you're doing there. It's not as common. And of course, because a lot of our readings are done via the phone, we can't actually see people's palms. So you might see on people's profiles that they have palmistry there, but we can't always do anything with it when we're at a distance there. So it is kind of highly specialized. Anyway, I went and got a palm reading, and apparently the shape of my hand is not really Aries. And there's some, I don't know what it is, but there were some indications on my hand there. Didn't quite make sense to, with what my star sign was. So I thought it's interesting to kind of even though you have your birth sign, you have these other signs that are mixed in with your chart there. And it could be that in different situations, you kind of lean more towards those other signs there. So if you've never had a personalized chart drawn up, it is fascinating to have that done, and we do have astrologers that can do that for you over the phone. So the type of information that they need to get you an accurate and personal chart is not only your date of birth, the time of birth, and the location, because the location is something, as well as the time there, it could be the difference between Leo being in your chart or Aquarius being in your chart, and that's obviously a big change up in the energies. So sometimes they can do a more of a general one if you don't know the exact time that you were born. As long as you've got the area, that can make a big difference. And the more you kind of go into that kind of style of reading there, the more fascinating I think it is. So yeah, if you've never had it done, it's nice, it's interesting, and the sorts of things that can come out of that are fascinating as well. So it lets you know about your longevity, the sort of timelines for things, the sorts of people that you're most likely to be getting along with as your best friends, your co-workers, your family members. It can certainly account for a lot of things. Right, let's have a look here at Peony. I'm going to just play you Peony's intro video here. There we are. So that is lovely Peonies. Pin number 6124. She does work with angel cards. She can do chakra balancing. She's clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant. She also works with color therapy, crystals. She's a medium and a natural psychic. She uses a pendulum as well, and she can give readings on psychic developments. And she works with the tarot also. So I do think it's nice when you can hear somebody's voice and lets you know whether or not that person is going to resonate with you. I kind of miss seeing Peony around as well, because she was somebody who was very much in the studio, popping in as and when she could. So it's always nice when we get some content. And I would just say, all of us here, we do get involved with making content for the social medias as well. So if you're not following our socials, make sure that you go click the follow button, like, share the content as well. We've got some wonderful motivational, inspirational messages that pop up. So it's not just video by ourselves or content by ourselves, but we've got some inspirational messages that will come up from time to time. And obviously, if it, how random the algorithms can be, if it's popping up, it's probably because you need it. It's because it's meant for you to see. So YouTube kind of works like that. We've got Instagram, we've got TikTok, Facebook, and I did see somewhere, I think it was on the website, that we've actually got Pinterest as well. I don't really know much about Pinterest, but I know a lot of people really love it. and it's very creative. So I'll just kind of pop that there for you. So we introduced Nefeli there, but let's have a look at Ariel. Ariel is a new reader also. She is in the USA. She is clairsentient, clairvoyant. She's got counselor on here. She works with a pendulum. She also does Reiki and spiritual healing and works with the tarot. Her PIN number is 7416. Now, because she is fairly new addition to the team, we don't have any voice notes or video that I can play for her. But I can tell you from her profile here, she's got over 15 years of experience. She does tend to work freehand about, and I think you'll find that is the case often when someone's a natural psychic, and we're working with tools. Even though we've got tools going on there, we're still getting a lot of information, clairvoyantly, or we would say hands-free, tools-free. The tools can often just help us create a link so that we can get the information. We do have with Ariel here, she's got quite a shamanic sense with her, very empathic, very intuitive here. She is, you can tell, the creativity. She likes doing readings on kind of working out what motivates people, what makes people tick here, as she's put it. She likes to see patterns. She'll probably get a sense of Akashic Records reading at some point, if she doesn't already, like Akashic Record reading from the sounds of this, and perhaps even going into past lives. But that might be something that opens up, because I've certainly found working, the more you work, the more you develop, and sometimes things just kind of open up for you without even trying. So she's also got here that she enjoys yoga, bike riding, socializing, cooking and writing. So lovely. Ariel, welcome to the team, my darling. I'm sure everybody on the phone wants it. It was very appreciative that you are here, my darling. And we've got to know what time it is where you are. It doesn't say whereabouts you are, so it could be the middle of the night for you. And Libra as well, Libra energy, fantastic. Brilliant. Right, we've got a couple minutes left before the end of my time here today. Was it Nigel? I believe it's Nigel that's coming up after the break. I know I looked at it just a minute ago. My memory is terrible, absolutely shocking. In the meantime, though, you can text on through with your questions. The number is 87777. We've got a message here from a new user. This is from Joe. So let's see if we can get this done before the break. So this is, hi, can I have a summer reading, please? Here we go. Of course, Joe. Let's see what we've got for you over the summer. Right. Straight away, I feel like we're counting this from June time. So if we've got a little bit of an overlap between now and then, that's okay. But I feel like we're going pretty much straight to June. We do have Two of Cups energy. So perhaps a little summer romance. They wanted this card here as well. Right. So we've got strong spiritual connections coming in for you. We do have that month timing there, but we've also got this karmic connection with quite literally the karmic card here. The Two of Cups is a very strong past life indicator. So what we have here, and obviously the Nine of Swords there, this is that nighttime energy. This is that overthinking. It's keeping you up at night. It could be waking you up. You could be getting this dreamtime energy. So quite a powerful, strong connection coming on through with that Two of Cups there. So if you don't know who I'm talking about, don't you worry, because they will be coming in for you. We do have on this side over here See, these are all bright. Isn't it funny that those ones are all kind of cool colors and these are quite bright, warm colors over here? So the Knight of Pentacles is the one that's really jumping out at me, but I do also want to talk about the Empress here. So we can see it's when you're sort of giving up and letting go of things, that's when we have some activity. It's changing your energy up. So it's somebody that may seem like they're not too interested, you know, they could sort of take it or leave it. They are turning around and coming back towards you with the Empress energy just here. It is and I talked about it earlier, it's like knowing your value, but feeling your value, staying away from drama, keeping your peace, maintaining your energy here. That Knight of Pentacles is almost like if he's not coming through correctly, then we're just not bothering. We're just not having that energy at all. We're not interested. I feel like the background image over here is more interesting than this Knight of Pentacles. What is this? Is a stag in the background. So we want to get the stag energy. We actually don't want the knight here. We want someone who's ready, who knows what they want. We want someone ready for commitment, ready for relationship here. So yeah, we can see with you, we might have a little bit of turmoil here with that strong connection, because it always creates a sense of uncertainty when we have that. But it seems like that's balancing out here over the summer. So emotionally, we've got quite a powerful journey for you this summer, and then things will settle down because you just feel good, you feel confident, you feel happy here. So that's lovely. Joe, I'm going to leave that with you. I might leave your message up there as well for the next psychic to just kind of have a look and give their take on it as well, especially with a new customer. We want to make sure that you're maximizing, so we get double the reading.